What if the reason you haven't made it yet isn't lack of talent, luck, or opportunity, but simply that you quit too early? What if success is not hiding from you, it's just taking its time? We live in a world that wants everything fast. Fast money, fast recognition, fast results. And because of that, many people secretly believe that if success doesn't arrive quickly, then something must be wrong. But let me tell you something important. Nothing valuable comes quickly, and nothing meaningful comes easily. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't want to hear success takes a long time, because you take a long time, not to learn skills, but to become the kind of person who can handle success without losing it. That's why so many people taste a little progress and then disappear. They wanted the reward without the refinement. Think about it. Nature never rushes, and yet everything gets done. The tree does not apologize for growing slowly. It understands that deep roots come before tall branches. And if the roots are weak, the first strong wind will expose it. Life works the same way with people. If you're watching this and you feel behind, frustrated, or tempted to quit, this message is especially for you. Because the delay you're experiencing is not denial, it's development. Every day you show up without applause, every effort that goes unnoticed, every season where nothing seems to move forward is quietly building the strength, wisdom, and discipline you will later need. And here's why you must watch this entire speech. Most people quit right before the moment when the invisible work starts becoming visible. They mistake silence for failure. They mistake slow progress for no progress. And they walk away just as the breakthrough was being prepared. This is the long game. And if you understand it, truly understand it, you will stop rushing, stop doubting, and stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You will realize that success is not late. It's precise. It arrives when you are ready, not when you are impatient. Stay with this message until the end, because what comes next may completely change how you see time, effort, and your own journey. And once you see it, you'll never feel behind again. Success is not slow, it is layered. And every layer asks something different from you. People think success should arrive the moment desire appears, but desire is only the invitation, not the qualification. Wanting more does not mean you are ready for more. Life does not reward intention. It rewards preparation. And preparation takes time because preparation is not about collecting information. It is about becoming someone new. Most people underestimate how much growth is required before results can safely show up. They see the outcome and forget the process. They admire the house but ignore the years it took to learn how to lay a proper foundation. They want the income without the discipline, the influence without the responsibility, the freedom without the structure. But success cannot sit on a weak character. It will expose you before it rewards you. Every layer of success is designed to build something inside you. The early layer builds discipline, because without discipline, nothing else lasts. You learn how to show up when motivation disappears. You learn how to work without applause. You learn how to keep promises to yourself when nobody is watching. That alone eliminates most people from the journey. They quit not because it's hard, but because it's quiet. Then comes the layer of patience. This is where people begin to question themselves. They start asking, is this working? Not realizing that patience is not waiting. Patience is working while waiting. It's continuing to act without immediate feedback. It's trusting the process before the process trusts you back. This layer feels unfair because effort and reward don't seem to match. But that mismatch is intentional. It trains you to value progress over praise. Another layer teaches humility. You begin to realize how much you don't know. Early confidence is loud, mature confidence is quiet. The more you grow, the more you listen. You stop trying to prove yourself and start trying to improve yourself. You stop needing to be right and start wanting to be effective. This layer protects you from arrogance, because arrogance destroys faster than failure ever could. Then there is the layer of consistency. Anyone can do something once. Very few can do it repeatedly without immediate reward. Consistency is boring to the undisciplined mind, but it is irresistible to success. Small actions done daily begin to compound quietly. You don't feel powerful doing them, but you become powerful because of them. This is where the long game separates dreamers from builders. As the layers build, life tests you, not to stop you, but to see if you are serious. You face delays, distractions, disappointments, not because you are failing, but because success demands focus. Distractions reveal what you value. Delays reveal how badly you want it. Disappointments reveal how emotionally mature you are. Each challenge is a checkpoint, not a punishment. People who don't understand this begin to rush. They look for shortcuts. They chase trends. They jump from one opportunity to another, hoping speed will replace depth. But shortcuts only shorten the distance to failure. Anything you get too fast you don't respect, and anything you don't respect you won't protect. That's why fast success often disappears just as fast. Layer by layer, you begin to develop judgment. You learn when to say yes and when to say no. You learn that opportunity without readiness is a trap. You learn that saying no to good things is sometimes required to say yes to great things. This layer saves you years of regret, but only if you're willing to be patient enough to learn it. There is also a layer where vision sharpens. Early on, vision is emotional. Later, it becomes intentional. You stop chasing everything that looks exciting and start committing to what aligns with your long-term direction. You understand that focus is not about doing more, it's about doing less with excellence. This clarity only comes after confusion, not before it. Another layer strengthens emotional control. You stop reacting to everything. Praise no longer inflates you. Criticism no longer defines you. You begin to operate from principles instead of feelings. This layer is crucial because emotional decisions sabotage long-term results. If you cannot manage your emotions, success will manage you. As time passes, resilience forms. Failure no longer feels personal, it feels educational. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" This shift changes everything. Pain becomes data. Mistakes become mentors. Loss becomes leverage. Without this layer, setbacks feel fatal. With it, they feel temporary. You also begin to understand timing. You realize that being early feels like being wrong, and being patient feels like being forgotten. But timing is not about speed, it's about alignment. When preparation meets opportunity, momentum follows. Arriving too early is just as dangerous as arriving too late. The long game teaches you to wait without wasting time. Gradually, confidence changes. It no longer comes from results alone, but from identity. You trust yourself because you've kept going before. You've survived doubt. You've outlasted excuses. You've proven to yourself that you don't quit when things slow down. This confidence is unshakable because it's earned, not borrowed. At higher layers, responsibility increases. You realize success is not just about you anymore. Your habits affect others. Your decisions carry weight. Your example speaks louder than your words. This layer filters out selfish ambition and replaces it with purpose. Success without purpose feels empty, but success with responsibility feels meaningful. The long wait begins to make sense. You see that every delay protected you from something you weren't ready for. Every closed door redirected you. Every slow season strengthened you. What once felt like wasted time now looks like necessary training. You stop wishing it had happened sooner and start appreciating that it happened correctly. This is why success takes so long. Not because life is cruel, but because life is precise. It is not building your results first, it is building you first. And when the layers are strong enough, the structure can rise without collapsing under its own weight. The long game is not about speed, it is about sustainability. It is about becoming someone who can keep what they work so hard to obtain, someone who understands that real success is not a moment, it is a way of living, a way of thinking, a way of choosing day after day, even when nobody is watching, even when progress is invisible, even when the results are still forming beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to emerge into view. The long wait is not punishment, it is preparation for the wait of what you are asking for. Most people assume delay means denial, but delay is often protection. Life is careful. It does not hand you more than you can manage without breaking you. And the truth is, many people want success without understanding the pressure that comes with it. They ask for influence without realizing influence magnifies who you already are. Whatever is inside you now will be multiplied later. Preparation is invisible work. It happens when no one is clapping, when no one is validating you, when results refuse to show up on schedule. And because it's invisible, people doubt it. They start questioning whether their effort matters. They mistake quiet seasons for empty seasons. But nothing is empty if growth is taking place beneath the surface. The weight of success is real. Responsibility increases. Expectations increase. Pressure increases. Decisions matter more. Mistakes cost more. And if you are not prepared internally, external success becomes overwhelming. That's why some people collapse under the very thing they prayed for. They weren't weak in talent. They were untrained in character. The waiting season strengthens you in ways progress never could. It teaches restraint. You learn how to control impulses. You learn not to chase every opportunity that appears shiny. You learn that saying yes too quickly can be just as damaging as saying no too often. This kind of wisdom cannot be rushed. It comes from time spent observing, reflecting, and sometimes being disappointed. Preparation also builds endurance. When things take longer than expected, your stamina is tested. Anyone can feel excited at the beginning. Very few can remain committed when excitement fades and discipline is all that remains. The long wait shows you what you're really made of. It exposes whether your motivation is shallow or rooted. In the delay, you develop standards. You stop accepting just anything because you're tired of waiting. You learn that desperation leads to poor decisions. The wait teaches you to value quality over speed. You begin to understand that some opportunities are not blessings. They are distractions dressed as progress. The preparation season also refines your thinking. Early on, people think emotionally. Later, they think strategically. You start seeing patterns. You recognize what works and what doesn't. You begin to understand cause and effect. You realize that success leaves clues and failure leaves lessons. This mental sharpening is essential because poor thinking produces poor outcomes, no matter how hard you work. Another purpose of the wait is emotional maturity. You learn how to handle frustration without quitting. You learn how to manage disappointment without becoming bitter. You learn how to stay hopeful without becoming unrealistic. Emotional maturity allows you to stay steady when things don't go your way. Without it, success becomes unstable because emotions are unstable. The delay also teaches humility. You realize you don't control everything. You learn to respect timing. You stop trying to force outcomes and start focusing on preparation. Humility keeps you teachable, and teachability keeps you growing. The moment you think you've arrived, growth stops. During preparation, your priorities are clarified. You learn what truly matters and what doesn't. You discover that not everything deserves your energy. Time becomes more valuable. Focus becomes sharper. You begin to protect your habits because you see how easily progress can be undone by carelessness. The long wait strengthens your values. When results are absent, values are tested. Will you compromise to get ahead faster? Will you lower your standards just to feel successful? The preparation season forces you to decide who you are before success tries to decide for you. This decision shapes everything that follows. Preparation also teaches gratitude. You learn to appreciate small wins. You celebrate progress even when it's slow. Gratitude keeps your spirit healthy during long journeys. Without it, impatience turns into resentment, and resentment poisons progress. Another critical part of preparation is learning restraint with success itself. You realize that not everything needs to be shared. Not every achievement needs an audience. You learn the power of silence and timing. You understand that maturity knows when to move and when to wait. The delay also builds faith in yourself. Not blind confidence, but earned trust. You trust yourself because you've shown up consistently. You've kept going when quitting would have been easier. You've honored commitments without immediate reward. This kind of self-trust cannot be given. It must be built over time. Preparation reshapes your relationship with failure. Failure no longer defines you. It informs you. You stop seeing mistakes as proof of inadequacy and start seeing them as part of the process. This mindset allows you to take calculated risks without fear controlling your decisions. The waiting season also reveals your circle. You see who supports you when there's nothing to gain. You notice who disappears when progress slows. This awareness protects you later when success attracts attention, but not all of it is genuine. The long wait prepares your discipline. You learn to manage your time. You build routines. You develop habits that support long-term growth. Discipline becomes automatic, not forced. And discipline is what carries you when motivation disappears. Eventually, you realize the wait was shaping your identity. You are no longer chasing success to feel worthy. You are building success as an expression of who you've become. This shift changes everything. Success becomes a byproduct, not a crutch. The preparation season also teaches patience with others. You stop expecting instant growth from people. You understand that everyone is on their own timeline. This patience makes you a better leader, partner, and contributor. As preparation continues, clarity replaces confusion. You stop doubting every step. You trust the process because you understand it. You recognize that the delay was never wasted. It was alignment. It was training. It was strengthening. The wait you once thought you were ready for would have crushed you back then. Now, it fits. Not because the wait changed, but because you did. Your capacity increased. Your perspective expanded. Your foundation deepened. The long wait was not life holding out on you. It was life building you up quietly, deliberately, carefully, preparing your mindset, your habits, your character, your resilience, so when the opportunity finally arrives, you don't just reach it, you sustain it, carry it, and grow with it, understanding that what you waited for so long was not just success itself, but the version of yourself capable of handling it without losing balance, direction, or purpose.